Hey guys, welcome to Series World. Today I'm going to explain an erotic thriller series called Dark Desire from 2020. Turn on subtitles and spoilers ahead. The episode opens with Brenda's voice message playing in the background. As it turns out, Alma is playing the voice message in her class for her students to hear it. She tells them that her friend Brenda didn't die by the hand of a man, nor did she die by her own hand, but she was killed by a social order, which establishes that a woman's life is not worth it if there's no love, a love that is supposedly worth dying for. She then starts reminiscing about all the time she had spent with Dario. She tells her students that there are two types of love, and most of the time, we choose the wrong one, which makes us suffer. The scene changes to Zoe, who is on her campus looking at different couples. She also thinks about her love life and what has happened in it so far. The background changes to Leonardo, who is going somewhere with Edith and the other employees. The reporters start blocking them, and one reporter asks Leonardo about the fact that he admitted to murdering Brenda. Edith tells them that he is dismissed from all the charges. Leonardo thanks Edith for her help and tells the reporter that the case files are open to the public. It's transparent and they can go through it if they have any doubts. The reporters aren't happy with the answer and continue to question him about Alma and Esteban too. Leonardo doesn't answer, tells them sorry and leaves. Meanwhile, Alma and Zoe are visiting the home where Lucinda had lived. Rosalba tells them that Lucinda died the day Dario died, as if she knew about it. She also tells them that the doctor told her that she died peacefully. Rosalba also gave her clothes to other patients, but she gives Alma and Zoe some photographs, personal notes, and family keepsakes of Lucinda because she had no other family. After Rosalba leaves, Alma tells Zoe that life was harder on Lucinda than death. They then take the belongings of Lucinda and leave. The scene cuts to García, who is talking on the phone with someone and tells them that they're on their way. She says to Sosa that they've found out the hideout of Esteban, and they are going to arrest him in Morelos. The background changes to police cars driving to Morelos to catch Esteban. Meanwhile, Alma and Zoe have reached their house. Zoe asks Alma if she needs her to enter the house too. Alma tells her that it's fine. She gives Zoe a hug and says to her that she's proud of her for finding her own path in life. Alma wishes Zoe good luck on her trip together with Karina. Zoe then drives off with Alma's car. Esteban is also seen stalking them from his car. Alma enters the house and goes to the room where Leonardo is. Leonardo is seen sorting some music DVDs. He asks Alma whether she remembers that they were listening to this particular music when he realized that he was madly in love with her. He also tells her how things started to change from their actions. Leonardo then packs a little suitcase and starts to leave. Alma requests him not to do this now, but he replies that he will send someone for his books and other things. She asks him whether he has a place to stay. He replies that he will do with a hotel for now. He also wishes Alma a happy birthday, but she corrects him, saying her birthday is on Sunday. Leonardo replies that he knows this, but what he doesn't know is whether he will be there to hug her. He then hugs her, kisses her forehead, and starts to leave. Alma tells him from behind that they didn't do so bad, and Leonardo agrees before leaving for good. The scene changes, and the police have reached the alleged place of Esteban. They start searching the place thoroughly. Meanwhile, Alma is going to her room upstairs. She opens the suitcase of Lucinda and finds a burnt picture of Esteban. She also finds a picture of Dario and Antonio, but a picture that catches her eye is one with two people, one being a young woman and a young man. At the same time, the police finally find a dummy hanging from the ceiling, and they realize that Esteban has made a fool out of them. Garcia starts calling Edith right after seeing this. The scene changes back to Alma. She goes to the backyard in front of the swimming pool and sees a dead body floating in the pool. Right at that time, Esteban comes up from behind and drugs her, and she passes out. She regains consciousness at nighttime and notices that she's sitting beside the pool, and Esteban is also sitting beside her. Esteban explains to her that the body belongs to Carmona, and he has shot him in the head. He tells her that it's very hard to go upstairs carrying a 100-pound dead body. He also adds that he tried to take her to her bedroom and kill her the way they said he killed Brenda, but it was impossible for him. Alma tells him that they know he didn't kill her. He agrees that Garcia went through all the trouble to know that it was not him, but he knew everything from the start. By the time Esteban heard Brenda's message, it was too late. It did hurt him when he heard that Brenda died, and the reason behind her death was very simple from the get-go. But he made all of this in his head to make it more exciting. It all started when he learned about Alma cheating with Dario. It all then started to snowball, involving the murder that happened 10 years ago, which also involved Dario. So, the murderer role fit Dario very well. While Leonardo got everything that he wanted, from fame to a perfect wife, Esteban had to retire at an early age. He realized that his true rival was his brother. He starts explaining that Leonardo ordered Brenda's body to be exhumed to hide his infidelity. So, Esteban jumped forward. Alma asks him about Vallejo, and he admits to doing all of this, including the fire in the factory and the incident regarding Dario. Alma also asks him about Lucinda, Antonio, and the murder of Leslie Delgado and how he's involved with all of them. Esteban admits that he was involved with Lucinda and Antonio, but he had nothing to do with Leslie's murder. Alma thinks that he has pre-planned everything, and he corrects her, saying that this is all the consequences of their actions, including Alma and Dario. Alma asks him how all of this ends, and Esteban tells her not to fall for the crime of passion and expresses that he has always loved her. And she has no idea how much he loved her, and he did some things because he loved her, but he didn't kill because he loved her. He killed because men can't stand losing, and he has lost everything to his brother. So he will have a good ending today as he plans to kill Alma and then kill himself. Meanwhile, Leonardo has reached their house to check up on Alma. Even though Garcia has told them to wait, he doesn't follow that. Before Esteban can finish his talking, Alma slams a drink bottle on his back. They start struggling when Leonardo comes. Esteban points his gun at Leonardo, but Alma manages to take it from Esteban's hand. Leonardo starts tackling Esteban when Alma accidentally shoots Leonardo in the leg, and they fall down on the swimming pool. The police and the forensic team arrive at their place. Garcia recognizes Carmona's body and explains it to the forensic team. Leonardo is being taken away in a wheelchair. He pleads to them not to arrest Alma as she just shot in self-defense. Garcia tells him to relax and goes inside and arrests Alma. The forensic team then starts investigating the crime scene. The background progresses to Alma talking with Garcia in her house. She tells her about how she sees hallucinations of the dead body being at the bottom of their pool and looking at her. Garcia tells her that it's post-traumatic stress because she saw the dead body of Carmona. She hands over the suitcase of Lucinda to Garcia and tells her that she will have a lot of information from them to catch the killer of Leslie Delgado. Garcia says her thanks and also informs her that the forensic report of the human remains found in the factory came out, and it belongs to Jose, otherwise known as the Godfather. Zoe and Karina then come out with a cake in Zoe's hands to celebrate Alma's birthday. Leonardo also comes in a wheelchair while Edith is pushing him. Alma imagines Brenda in Edith's place pushing Leonardo. She then blows the candle and wishes for something. Meanwhile, at a faraway place, Esteban is standing in front of a river. He is having flashbacks of calling Dario as Hefesto. He tells Dario that it's a war now because he fell in love with Alma, even though Esteban had told him to sleep with Brenda. In the factory, Dario pleads with him that if Esteban wants the $200 million, he will need Dario, and shows Esteban a file. Dario then records a video message that he sent to Alma while Esteban attaches a bomb to the Godfather's dead body. Flashbacks end, and Dario is in a suit and tie and standing in front of Esteban. He gives Dario a briefcase and reminds him that his orders for Dario were to restore his father's name and get $50,000, but he didn't listen. Dario mocks Esteban, but Esteban reminds him that he also needs Esteban. Dario replies that the terms have changed, hands him the briefcase back, and tells him to buy some nice clothes as he will need them. The season ends with Dario telling Esteban to work for him from now on. To watch more explanations of these kinds of series, click on the videos on your screen. And don't forget to let me know how you feel about today's video in the comments down below. And at last, thanks for watching.